Thank you all. Kindly be seated.
A very happy morning to all. Graduation day is always a day of rejoicing, for it marks the conclusion of an educational journey and the commencement of another more uncertain and more difficult part of man's quest for a better life and future. Truly, today signifies the culmination of many years of hard work in the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Knowledge that will enable a person to embrace opportunities and take on challenges with clear vision and purpose. Welcome to the 6th graduation ceremony of Aalim Muhammed Salegh Academy of Architecture.
We welcome all our graduates, parents, faculty members and other distinguished guests on this grand occasion of 6th graduation day of Aalim Muhammed Salegh Academy of Architecture. I now request our student from 3rd year, Kadim-ur-Rahman, to begin this auspicious occasion by reciting the Kirat to invoke the Almighty.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا يستوي أصحاب النار وأصحاب الجنة أصحاب الجنة هم الفائزون لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. Not equal are the inhabitants of the fire and the inhabitants of paradise. It is the inhabitants of paradise who are the winners. Had we sent this Quran down on a mountain, you would have seen it crumbling in awe of Allah. These parables we cite for the people so that they may reflect. He is Allah. There is no God but He, the knower of secrets and declarations. He is the compassionate, the merciful. He is Allah beside whom there is no God, the sovereign, the holy, the peace giver, the faith giver, the overseer, the almighty, the omnipotent, the overwhelming. Glory be to Allah beyond what they associate. He is Allah, the creator, the maker, the designer. His are the most beautiful names. Whatever is in the heavens and the earth glorifies Him. He is the majestic, the wise.
Thank you, Rahman.
We kindly request everyone present to rise up for the Tamil Thai Valthu sung by our student choir.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெரிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிது தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தரலும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இணைந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறமையந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you, students. We request you all to kindly be seated.
We would now like to request our beloved director, Professor V. Arvind, to present the welcome address.
Good evening to one and all present here. I am delighted to extend my heartfelt welcome to Professor Habeeb Khan sir to preside this event as the Chief Guest. Welcome sir. And I welcome our beloved Secretary and Correspondent, Aalim sir. Our beloved Trust Managing Director, Farid sir. Please welcome sir. Special invitees, Professor Umar Ramanathan ma'am, Professor Girajan sir, Professor Loganathan sir, please welcome. My dear HOD, Professor A.J. Paul sir, professors, teaching faculty members, students, and last but not the least, my graduates and their parents. I am honored and pleased to present this welcome speech. It's always a special moment to our graduates to receive their bachelor's degree from the hands of their president. Thank you very much, sir, for making this happen. Education is about growth, not just about grades. You have adopted and grown in these difficult times, which has undoubtedly enriched you and added to your academic success. My dear graduates, as you leave this college, expect that some challenges await you, which of course I strongly believe, going by your antecedents and the manner you have conducted yourself over the years and the skills and the knowledge have imparted in you, you will surely overcome them. At this point, I want to implore my dear graduates to always see yourself as a good ambassadors of this society and never allow selfish interest to blemish the integrity you have nurtured over the year in this college. Be kind and good to people you meet on the way top. Always allow the words of God guide you as your journey to the greatness. Think big thoughts. Be optimistic in whatever you are doing it. On behalf of the college, I wish you best of luck in your days ahead. May God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We now request our Honorable Secretary and Correspondent, Al-Hajj S. Segu Jamaluddin, to honor our Chief Guest, Architect Habeeb Khan, President, Council of Architecture, Ministry of Education, Government of India, New Delhi, with the
We deem it a privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest to the august gathering. We would like to call upon Professor A.J. Paul, our head of the department, to introduce today's chief guest.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. It gives me an immense pleasure in introducing our honorable chief guest, Architect Habeeb Khan to the august gathering. Architect Habeeb Khan has more than 34 years of rich academic professional experience and currently holds the position as President, Council of Architecture since 2020. He graduated in architecture from VNIT, formerly VRCE, and went to the USA, where he completed his master's from the University of Illinois. After his master's degree, he worked in Philadelphia, coordinating major retail design projects for retail giants across the world. In the year 1990, he established his own firm, Mrs. SHK Architects, with his architect wife, Dr. Smita Khan, rendering professional comprehensive service for architectural and interior projects, which are responsive to traditions, climate context, and be environmentally and ecologically responsible. His major projects are institutional in education sector, hospitality, integrated religious tourism sector. His architectural practice mostly deals with campus designs, institutions, and also wildlife resorts. He is currently working on few projects of state governments of Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Chhattisgarh, and union territories of Daman, Dadra Nagar Haveli, amongst others. Our chief guest has been recognized with many honors. To name a few, he was awarded the JIIA Best Interior Design Award by the IIA in 1998, IIA CAF Young Architects Award in 2000, the Orange City Achievement Award in 2009, State Level Excellence in Architecture and Education Award by the IIA Maharashtra Chapter in 2011. Recently, he was awarded the prestigious INTBAU Award 2018 for preserving and promotion of traditional and vernacular architecture in the world. INTBAU is an organization promoted by the King of England Charles III, and the JD Campus project was awarded the Excellence Award in the New Building category. Architect Habeeb Khan has traveled widely, being invited as keynote speaker by various organizations and universities and cultural forums to visit and participate in conferences and programs overseas. He has also anchored a TV series on NDTV, Good Times, for IIID Design Yatra. Architect Habeeb Khan is also involved in teaching since the beginning of his career. He has been taking guest lectures and engaging design studios in architectural colleges all over the country, apart from juries and examinations. He is currently the director of Priyadarshini Institute of Architecture and Design, Nagpur, Lokmanya Tilak Institute of Architecture and Design, Mumbai. His design teaching revolves around sensitizing students towards their own heritage and roots, context and climate within the framework of being contemporary. Architect Habeeb Khan has actively worked with the government of Maharashtra on a few policy framing guidelines. Ideal Village Development and Maharashtra Architecture Commission are few prominent ones. He has also been nominated by the government of Maharashtra on the Council of Architecture. During his short term as President, Council of Architecture, he has been responsible for bringing about radical changes in the working of the Council. He has revised the standards, gazettes after 38 years, streamlining and organizing the Manual of Architectural Practice. Under him, the Council has opened its doors to all, and the outreach programs have brought in transparency. For the first time, Council has a very active presence on social media, which has been used effectively not only to disperse information, but augment it for the fraternity. Architect Habeeb Khan is an avid painter and has exhibited his paintings on Mahabharata, Ramayana, and Kabir. He also dabbles in poetry and has written songs for IIID NatCon Indoor, Design Yatra, and IIA Centenary Anthem, and the theme song for Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao campaign. His collection of poetry, Tumhari Marzi, is under publication, and it goes on. I thank once again for giving me this opportunity to introduce our Honorable Chief Guest, Architect Habeeb Khan. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I take immense pleasure in requesting our Revered Secretary and correspondent, Al-Haj Segu Jamaluddin, to declare the graduation ceremony open.
This graduation day of Aalim Muhammad Salegh Academy of Architecture has been called on award the degree in architecture upon candidate who in the examination recently held for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. I declare the graduation day open.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Habeeb Khan, President, Council of Architecture, to deliver the graduation day address.
Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar. Good afternoon. Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, faculty of AMS Academy of Architecture, invited guests, parents, students and graduating students, ladies and gentlemen, please do accept warm greetings from Council of Architecture, which is under the Ministry of Education, Government of India. Council of Architecture is a statutory authority, regulatory authority, which regulates architectural profession and architectural education in the entire country. And I am very thankful to Aalim Muhammad Salegh Academy of Architecture, the management, the faculty and the students for giving me this honor to be amongst you today and deliver the convocation address. It's always extreme pleasure to be amongst students and graduating students at that. You may be having a lot of aspirations and anxiety and fear probably in your eyes as to what will happen in architectural education and what will happen to you after that. And I'm sure the same kind of thoughts would have been crossing when you graduated or when you're graduating in architecture from this institute. And I'm sure in the last 5 years you would have grown as individuals and you would have learned newer things, newer expertise and a new skill set. Architectural education is a holistic education which makes you into a better human being, which you may not realize it at the moment, but as you grow in life, you will understand that you will become a better humane person than you were or as compared to other fellow citizens. But the concept and the idea of achieving something in life, completion of 5 years of life, is a major achievement, and I am sure you all are feeling good about it. And the feeling is reciprocal at the end of the teachers and the faculty who have groomed you to become architects and professionals. Because, see, faculty remains there, the teachers remain there, while students keep coming and going out year after year. But the contribution of a teacher in molding you as a professional is immense, and unfortunately, we have seen over a period of time that the respect for the teachers and the faculty is going down, or teachers do not command as much respect from the faculty, from the students as our teachers used to. I still remember I graduated 40 years ago probably, and the kind of respect that we still have for our teachers is different than that you have for your teachers. There may be various reasons, we are not going into the reason, we are not making it negative statement, but the role of a teacher in your life is phenomenal. And you would have heard Kabir and so many dohas on Guru and the role of a teacher in molding you, who has a place in your life above than God. So so I'm sure the faculty is also undergoing those kind of emotions to having molded a young professional into a fine professional. The transition from a protected cocoon of an institution, you are very secure and you are very closed knit and you are minus any worries in life when you are in an institution. But now there is insecurity. You may be working in offices, you may be doing post-graduation here or abroad, or you may be doing something else, diversifying into some other field. And these are the most formative years of your life, wherein what you do in the next 5 years would determine what you will be henceforth ahead in your life. And this is the phase of life where everyone faces the issues, everyone faces this phase in life. But the idea behind telling you this is that this is a crucial phase of life after graduation, wherein you need to have a very focused direction, which will probably take you places or not take you places, because there is going to be a lot of struggle, there is going to be a lot of efforts needed from your end, and there will be failures and there will be success. The first effort that you put in may be a failure, and if it's not a failure, then you are not on the right path. Because if you succeed in the first effort, then you will wait and there will be stagnation. So there has to be failure, and after failure there will be success. But in the whole process, there will be a lot of effort and struggle that is needed at your end to succeed in life. And I'm sure the Institute has ingrained in you a lot of values, a lot of avenues to test those values that the Institute instills. Any institute instills certain kind of values in their students, and there are many avenues to test those skills, which you probably don't know, but it has happened unknowingly that those skill sets have been tested. One small example are the juries or the competitions or all these things that you do regularly in your institute. There are many challenges that our profession is going through, that our architectural profession specifically is going through. These are turbulent times. We are transiting from a cash-based economy to a cashless economy. And then the pandemic came in, and then the lockdowns happened, and the entire country was in mess. The entire world was in a mess. We were uncertain what is going to happen henceforth in life. We have lost a lot of dear and near loved ones as well during the pandemic, and now we are all thankfully out of it. But the profession, architectural profession, is undergoing. That bearded gentleman, graduate, who's sitting there in the last 4th row, kindly pay attention and have the respect for the ceremony that you are having. So the architectural profession is undergoing a lot of transition. And this transition is happening very rapidly. And this transition is needed to be understood by you as a professional. Because unless you understand the transition and the changes that are happening in your profession, you will not be able to sustain and cope up with the kind of challenges that will be faced by you. And these challenges are basically to do with collaborative approach. Architectural profession is no longer an individualistic approach where one iconic architect, like so many names that you would probably know, would have upheld a practice individually, single-handedly. But nowadays it's an era of collaboration. Architect may be the head of the team, may be the leader of the team, but you need to work in collaboration. You need to work collaboratively with co-consultants and allied fields and allied consultants, so that and that needs a change of mindset. And I'm sure you will have learned, or you are learning as you grow in the profession, that collaboration is the order of the day, is going to be the order of the day. Architectural profession is becoming more structuralized in a corporate framework kind of thing, wherein you will have challenges from consultants coming from abroad as well. And that brings us to a very important point, of excelling and providing quality architectural services. And that quality and excellence is the only key which will probably make you successful as an architect. You may have avenues to diversify after architecture into about 26 odd fields that you can change. And the trend that is there, a lot of architects are being accepted very warmly and are being invited to be a part of the UI UX teams, the user interface, user experience, artificial intelligence, and so on and on. And there is phenomenal amount of scope and avenue there for an architect to contribute. And I'm sure you are aware of this. And the second challenge that our profession faces is the gap between the architectural profession and academics. The salary or the average package that one fresh graduate gets is probably lower than the driver or the peon of the office as a fresh graduate. And that is a situation which is plaguing our profession. Our architects, practicing architects, are exploiting the fresher graduates on the pretext that they are not as trained or as qualified as they should have been. So the expectation of the profession has grown while the expectation of the academia has not grown. So there's a gap. I'm not saying who is at fault, but we need to relook at the entire system of you being exploited as fresh graduates and you not being taught what you should have been taught, or the aspirations of the profession has to be met in the academic institutions. So these are few of the challenges that one faces as a fresh graduate. But architectural profession is a marathon race. It's not a 100-meter dash, which is more glamorous like engineering or like computer science or IT or other sectors. You would probably know very easily what is the name of the fastest man on earth, but probably you will not know who is the marathon Olympic winner, because that has no glamour. And architectural practice and profession is something to do with being patient and having the stamina to wear it out. And slowly and gradually, you will understand that you will be able to employ 10 and 20s or 30s or hundreds of your co-colleagues or your co-professionals who were earning probably 10 times than what you are earning now when you graduate. So that is the reality of architectural profession, and I'm sure you will reach there one day with the necessary patience and stamina that I'm sure you would have learned in this institute. One more important point is to expand your horizons. Do not be stagnant as a BArch graduate. You would know the example of an MBBS doctor, who has lost value these days in society. And specialization is the order of the day. So I explore and implore you to explore options and possibilities of doing post-graduation and being specialized consultants. And also you can go abroad, but do come back, because you'll be surprised to know that there are about 75,000 to 78,000 students who go abroad for studies. And that means a staggering and whopping 1.5 lakh crore every year, the Indian currency going out of our country, which indirectly means that our post-graduation education needs to be augmented in our country, wherein we need to have more quality-based education as far as specialization in post-graduation is concerned. Moreover, India is the only talent-positive country. I don't know if you understand what talent-positive means. China has about 8 to 10% talent-positive, while India has 36% talent-positive index, which means, and all other countries in the world and Europe are having talent deficit, talent negative. That means India would be exporting talent to the entire world in the next decade. So I would implore you to come back to your country if you happen to go abroad, or if you have the dream of going abroad and studying there, and contribute in the development of your country, development and the progress of your country, and help our country to become a world leader. It's common knowledge that you would want to stay abroad and receive talent, or stay here and export talent. So I think you all are intelligent enough to understand what I mean by that. But this is the future of the country, and this is the next decade that is going to tell you. And I also exhort you to study the possibilities that you all have as architects and allied fields, how and what talent can you export? There's, if you go to the government sites, websites, Ministry of Commerce or Ministry of Finance, you will be getting all the data that you would want. Identify it, try newer avenues of success, and try newer avenues where you can have startups and where you can contribute as an architect. And that will open a plethora of possibilities for you all to explore. There are so many government schemes, Amrut, Jal Shakti Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, and so many other innumerable number of schemes of the government of India where architects are not contributing at all, and the architects are needed to be there to contribute in the government schemes. The smart city mission, and now we are having smart villages mission, the rural empowerment scheme, and so on, where architects are needed. And I am very sorry to say, in spite of the awareness program on the website of the council, very few architects have come forward to contribute in these sectors. So that is another sector that is open to you to contribute and succeed in that particular field. I would also like to extend my heartiest congratulations once again to all of you for having successfully completed a very difficult course. WhatsApp universities and social media universities have declared architecture to be the most difficult of course, which I don't understand, because it has a lot of fun quotient. It has, no other course has so much of fun quotient like architecture has, and a lot of possibilities of vertical possibilities and divisions of having fun as well as learning. And I would like to thank the parents, especially your guardians and parents, for sustaining you for 5 years. As an architecture student, you grow weirder by the day. You have different hairstyles, you have different colored hairs and piercing ears, and various kind of dress sense comes into your place, and it is up to your parents, having late nights, sometimes not sleeping for a couple of days for submissions and so on, and your parents have bore the brunt. And we should thank all of them, by our heart, that they have been able to sustain an architectural student and not curtail the freedom of an architectural student to learn to become an architect. So thank you, parents, for doing that, and I'm sure you're all proud enough as well to see your child becoming an architect and a professional. And that feeling is equally overwhelming as the feeling with us teachers and the students to have graduated as a professional. I, in the end, would want you to come back and provide meaningful leadership to your country. Come back means come back to the love for your country, and love for our country is relegated to 15th August and 26th January, wherein we drive down on motorbikes with our flags and so on. But come back to the love of your country, contribute in the growth of your country, and help us become world leaders. Because I believe that if you self-introspect and look within yourself, you will find that you are a better soul. You have become a little better soul. Like the director sir was saying, you have to be kind and humane, and architectural education teaches you to be kind and humane and makes you better persons. Because directly or indirectly, architects contribute to the well-being of the society, to the mental well-being of the society. This is an intangible contribution which is not recognized by the society. You are not well, you go to a doctor, he treats you, you get well, and that's a tangible contribution which is phenomenally recognized by the society as doing human service to fellow countrymen. But you live, breathe, work, and play in spaces designed by architects, which is playing on the psyche of the users who are your fellow citizens. So this is a noble, intangible service that you all are giving to society in improving the quality of life of your fellow citizens. So I also implore you, while you are designing and making buildings henceforth, kindly ensure that they are loved by the people who are using them, that they are in love with the buildings that you design for them. And for that, you need to love yourself first, to design buildings which your people will love. So I'm sure you all will do that, and you've learned all that in your life. And I wish you the best in life, a very happy, meaningful, prosperous life ahead. May Allah bless you, all of you, in abundance. And thank you once again for listening to me, listening to my thoughts, and inviting me here. And thank you, AMS Academy of Architecture, for giving me this opportunity to be amongst all of you. Thank you.
That was truly thought-provoking, sir. I'm sure our graduates will follow your role model and emerge as successful architects and human beings. Thank you, sir.
Good things come to people who wait, but better things come to those who go out and get them. The most awaited moment has come. Yes, now it's time we acknowledge the talent of young budding architects. The fruit of hard work and the discipline will be finally reaped. You will be now receiving your prized degree, a symbol of accomplishment. My request our HOD, Professor A.J. Paul, to call upon the graduates in order to come and receive their degrees, which will be awarded by our distinguished Chief Guest, Architect Habeeb Khan.
I present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Architecture who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Anna University, Chennai. Rishi B. Rajan, with a CGPA of 8.83, having secured 12th rank at the university level. He is currently pursuing his Masters in Sustainable Megacities at Cardiff University. So, I request his proud parents to come on stage to receive the degree and award on his behalf. Lakshana P. Indra Bista. Kavya T. Aparna S. Madhumita M. Akalya P. Aparna V. Aarti P. Devadarshini R. Devika Gopi. Govardhani R. Kavita S. Lavanya E. Meghashweta S. Namrita S. Renita Glenn G. Rubini S. Saujanya R.M. Vasuki S. Madhumita S. Sarunya R. Varishri. Muhammed Sadiq K. Urvaj S. Ejaz Hussain A. Arvind J. Dawood Suleiman K. Devesh D.K. Gokulnath T.R. Hari Krishnan R. Ibrahim Badusha M. Irfan K. Hridaya Claston. Jacinth Goldwyn D. Kishore S. Muhammed Irshad Khan F. Muhammad Anaf Aslam A. Muhammad Faizul Hassan yes. Muhammad Safar M. Muhammad Yusuf A. Muhammad Zufar F. Muhammad Ashik A. Nandakumar A.K., Naveed Farwaz N., Vishal Fraser Shivaji, Nitish S., Praveen S., Govind P., Rabiuddin S., Rajeshwaran R., Salman Fahad S., Sohail Ahmed S., Surendran P., Vignesh Shankar H.L., Andrew Nicholas S., Kartikesh P., Lokesh P., Farhan, on behalf of student Akram, I request his mother to receive the degree on his behalf. behalf of student Sharfunisa, I request her mother to receive her degree on her behalf.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, graduates.
We now request the graduates to stand up for the pledge led by our director, Professor V. Aravind.
We shall, in thought, word and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties in our profession, and shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our university. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members, and shall devote all our energy to promote the unity, integrity and secular ideal of our country.
Thank you, sir.
We request our secretary and correspondent, Alhaj S. Segu Jamaluddin, to officially declare the ceremony closed.
I dissolve the graduation day.
Thank you, sir. We request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.
मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जाहे तब शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तब जय गादा जन गण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
We request everyone to keep standing while the procession of the dignitaries leave the hall.